Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. With that, we head across the Atlantic to London. Standing by with the call and maybe a little jet lagged, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Washington Redskins and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here in London. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now Haskins on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I never bet against him. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
It's caught inside the 25, and he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, Peterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the...
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 24. Back to throw, Watson, flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Watson. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up fourth down. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with third and long. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And an alley to run.
Let's go.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, his 2nd sack of the night.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Looking to throw, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got Thompson here, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now left side on the swing pass. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Haskins on 3rd down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Watson now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans have taken the lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out now comes Washington's offense. And if you do a dive into the 2019 season, you know the thing's just not so... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So a very tight first, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll run it, and some room to work. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball.
And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down. It's Peterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They run again with Peterson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And an alley to run. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, he's got the hook up to Miller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw is Watson. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Back to throw, Watson being chased out left, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Throwing now, Watson. Completes it to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it 21-8. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down by 13. A minute 45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
He's going to fire, trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down, Haskins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.